That is one 6-pound, 10-ounce can of our pineapple tidbits. All right, now we're adding 2 40-ounce cans of our drained and rinsed black beans, 2 cans of our pinto beans. I've got one 40-ounce can and one 28-ounce can. Now we're doing 2 30-ounce cans of our red kidney beans. Beautiful. And lastly, I'm just going to use one 30-ounce can of these garbanzo beans. And y'all, honestly, the beans are kind of interchangeable. If you have a favorite bean, feel free to throw it in here. But y'all, this is one of my favorite dishes of the summer, and I am very excited to be sharing it with you. Now we're going to add some veggies. I've got this nice pepper medley. Got some red, yellow, and green. Beautiful. I've got 2 large onions chopped. Now I'm going to spice things up just a little bit. I've got 3 diced jalapenos. Now we're going to add some barbecue sauce. I'm using this Sweet Baby Ray's Hawaiian. I think it's a really nice complement to that nice sweet citrusy pineapple. And we're going to get that rich smoky flavor of the barbecue sauce. Oh, this is going to be perfect. All right, now I'm just going to spice this up with a little bit of our minced garlic. Just going to put a nice healthy squeeze in on top. That looks good. And we're going to throw a few pinches of salt in. The beans already have a decent amount of salt, so we're not going to go crazy. That looks good. Now let's throw in some pepper. All right, y'all, we are almost there. One last step before we turn this over and let the smoker do its job. For our final step, we're going to throw in about 6 pounds of our crushed tomatoes. All right, and this is going to give us a nice liquid for these beans to just simmer in. And man, this is going to be so delicious. Let's get this all mixed together. All right, y'all, now that our beans are mixed, it's time to add our top rack and get our protein going. All right, first thing I'm going to do here, we're going to get our sausage on top, on our top rack here. All right, looks good. And now for the chicken, we're going to use some sweet and smoky rub. I think this will go perfect with our sweet and smoky bean dish down there. Let's get a nice coating on the top. This rub is so good. All right, let's get the other side. Now that our chicken's nice and seasoned, we're just gonna lay these here on our top rack. All right, we've got our smoker set to 225. We're gonna give this about an hour and a half. All right, y'all. It has actually been about 2 hours, but our meat is up to temperature and we are ready to bring this recipe home. All right, let's give our beans a quick stir here. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this off the grill. Our smoked sausage is, look at the color. Look at that nice smoky casing that we're gonna have. And that is gonna add so much flavor. Get these breasts off. Okay. Y'all, let's cut this up. All right, y'all, we're just gonna get our chicken cut. Oh, look how tender that is. Juicy. Oh, you can just see the juice just coming right out. Y'all, we're actually pulled this at 160 degrees, but we're gonna put it back in with the beans, so I'm sure it'll finish cooking there to 165. All right, we got our chicken nice and cubed up. Now we're gonna cut up our sausage. Oh man, look at that. That's perfect. All right, our meat's all cut. Let's get it back to the grill. All right, now we're just gonna get these into our beans here. We got our sausage, our chicken. Y'all, this is one of my favorite dishes. You can leave the beans just like this as a good side, but sometimes I like to make it the main course. And we're gonna put this delicious smoked sausage and our chicken right here into the beans. All right, let's get this mixed in. Now that we've got this mixed in, we're gonna give this about 45 more minutes to get that nice smoky flavor infused with these with that sweet tones from the pineapple, those nice citrus notes. Y'all, this is going to be absolutely spectacular. All right, we're gonna crank this up to 325. All right, let's go. 45 minutes. All right, y'all, it's been about 45 minutes and we are ready. Y'all, this looks perfect. Let's get this inside. All right, y'all, let's see how we did. All right, y'all, our Hawaiian kind of, I don't know, pork and beans, chicken and pork is ready. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. We are gonna be taking this to one of our neighborhood barbecues, and I'm very excited to unleash this onto all of our friends. All right, let's go ahead and get a nice scoop. We've got some chicken, some sausage. Gotta do a little bit of quality control here before we get out of here. Oh man. All right. Get some of those beans, veggies, got some chicken. All right, y'all. Oh my gosh, this is delicious. It's sweet with the pineapple, but it's smoky and savory. Y'all, this is delicious. I'm not saying you have to make it this much of it, but you should definitely give this a shot. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great one. Cheers.